Welcome to helpingtesters.com. In our previous sessions, we have seen about the correlation and various options available with the correlation, and we were looking about word equal to all options. So we were also looking at how to do randomization whenever you're trying to capture multiple values using the word equal to all. And also we have seen about strcpy, and we have seen lr primary random, which will get a random value from the list of correlations. And we have used strcpy to copy a random correlation value into a character array, and we have also verified whether it is been capturing the value or not into the random flight ID. To include all the stuff whatever we have discussed so far in terms of parameterization and in terms of correlation, we're going to use this example JPEG store. So this is one of the online application which is available. Just go and try recording you can try all your Loadrunner correlation, everything here. So just let's look at the flow what we're going to see. So we're going to select one random category, let's say fish, and out of this we'll be having all the product IDs. Let's say we are going to pick one random fish category and add it to the cart, and just go to the proceed to checkout. And by default, if you want to go and register, you can register with your name, and you can continue with the existing default login. So for your usage, I'm giving the credentials demo and password will be the password. So just do the login. So go to any fish category. Let me reiterate again the whole flow. Select any random fish category, add to cart. Okay, just go to the proceed to checkout. So give any random value here, 1234 1234 1234. So fill out all the details and give some expiry date for 12 and 2033, and just say continue and submit. Okay, so and after that you can sign it out. So this is the flow that we are going to look at now. We are going to apply all that whatever the things that we have learned here. Now I'm going to record all the flow that whatever we have seen before until checkout and review your order. So let's go ahead and complete the recording process. So I'm going to click sign in. Let's complete whole recording process. Now I have recorded up to submit order. So let's go to the my account, and we're going to review your order from your orders list. So my account and my orders, and this is the recent one which I have created the order. So just I'm opening that order, open order, and just a sign out. So after completing this step, so you're going to generate the script. For your reference, I'm listing down the website address, and make sure that you're not putting a lot of load. Just try it for the 1 or 2 users, and also list of the steps that I have followed for your friends. You can note it down, and whenever you practice you can do the same. So as we discussed in our previous session, so we have recorded the same steps 2 times. So the very first one is JPEG store is the first one I recorded, and the JPEG store 2 is the second time that I have recorded. So now let's compare. So what are the differences that we need to find, that we'll be finding to do correlation? So let's do compare. So I'm comparing the JPEG store 2 script with the first one. So if you look at here, so it has been providing a lot of things. So if you look at here, so website socket option. So these are very special statements whenever you're dealing with the HTTPS applications or SSL enabled application. Let's say our application URL is a HTTPS. It starts with HTTPS, right? So to handle the HTTPS application, so this website socket option is automatically generated by the virtual user generator. So you don't need to worry about this statement. So it automatically picks the right SSL version. You don't need to worry about it. And let's do compare. So it is showing that you do not worry, snapshot is the difference, but you do not need to worry about the snapshot if it is showing the difference. Basically, in order to compare with the which are things to correlate, you must always look at the two things. One is the URL And another one is the, if it is the web, if it is a get request, it is nothing but the web URL. Okay, you must get URL place if your URL is showing any difference. And as well, if you take any post request, for the post request you also look at you need to look at the URL and as well as the form data or item data or whatever you are seeing here. So for the get request, just I'm reiterating, for the get request only the URL. For the post request, web submit data is nothing but post. So for the post request, it should be the URL that you should be comparing and it should be the item data. So let's look at one after the other. So the very first request doesn't have, since it is a get request, it doesn't have any differences because URL does not have any differences. And let's look at the second request. Second request also does not have any differences here. It is not highlighting anything. And if you look at the third request, see, it is showing, it is not showing anything in the request or the URL. Okay, URL is not having any change. But if you look at the item data or form post data, which is showing a value which is saying the difference. See, if you look at the parameter, if you look at the form post parameter, nothing but CSRF, see this value has been changing for the first script and second script. So that we can consider this script, this is the value that we need to do correlation. Let's go and do this value for the correlation. Okay, so this is the third request. So as previously discussed, just copy that value and go to your code generation log at top using the control home and copy and paste that value here and click on next. So it will take you to the appropriate line. So you just copy the line, keep it in your clipboard. You just copy, you don't need to do anything else as of now. Just copy that and put your cursor here. Okay, previously we have discussed to search for dollar, right? So let's go with that approach. I am searching for the dollar. So it is taking me to the some step. Let's scroll down. See, it is just identify the respective request. So previously it was showing through some URL. So if you look at this URL, you won't be finding here. So the other alternate case to how to identify the correlation in your script, you can scroll down to the respective request name. See here, this request name is t12.inf. See, if you go back, t12.inf, this is the one. So this is the one approach, using searching using the dollar. There is one more approach, so let me take it from the starting. So you need to search with the appropriate value and you need to copy the line which you want to capture. Make sure that you are not copying anything else other than the line. Okay, if you copy some extra space, it may lead into your correlation failure. So just only the copy the value, just copy the value, and after that put your cursor again the same. Instead of typing dollar, try type .inf in small character .inf. So it will take you to the appropriate request where you need to substitute your correlation. So here it is showing like t12.inf is the place that you need to substitute the correlation. So let me reiterate, you need to go for the appropriate place. You need to go to the code generation log. You need to home of the code generation log and search for the value. Put your cursor after that value and also copy that line. And now you need to search for the .inf. So it will show up the respective snapshot where you can substitute the correlation. So it is showing the t12.inf. Now go to your script and find the where is the t12.inf. So here is the t12.inf. Now you can form the correlation here. So let's do that. So as we see in our previous session, so WebBridge save param function that we use for the correlation. So let's form the skeleton for the correlation function. Basically we are having three parameters to manipulate, to add. So LB and RB, and also whatever the method name that you want to, whatever the correlation name that you want to do. So I'm giving the correlation name as CSRF, and for to make any sense, just always give the whatever the name that we have here for the correlation value as we discussed in our previous session. So, and also now let's go and escape the double quotes. So I'm escaping all the double quotes with slash wherever I find it. Now I need to copy the with respect to left boundary into the left boundary section and the right boundary into the right boundary section. So I have substituted. So now I need to verify whether this value has been capturing or not. So let me go to the runtime settings and enable advanced log, extend a log, advanced log. Now I am replaying the script to see if it is able to capture or not. See, it has captured. We are seeing it in the blue screen. So now you can substitute in all the places of yours. If you look at here, since it has some correlation session, so it is not allowing your script to go further unless until you handle this value, because it is invalid session and your server throws forbidden error. Okay, so means that page is not accessible. Okay, so now let's substitute the correlation everywhere wherever we see that value. So one easy option to substitute it everywhere, just select that value, press Ctrl H and replace with the correlation parameter and say replace all, so it will substitute in everywhere. Okay, so and we forgot to put that value, take as a comment backup. I took a backup for it, so that whoever user comes next, or the performance tester comes next, so he can able to understand. So this value should be was there. Okay, so this is a correlation that we have done. So if you replay now, it won't throw any error. So now for this login part, it doesn't throw any error, so it went well. Let's find out what are the other values that we have for your comparison. So this is a JPEG store which we previously compared. Okay, so this is we correlated and we verified it is working. And what are the next values? So click fish. See here under the fish section. Wait, let me show that. Okay, so this is the value. Though it is not showing any difference, our aim is to select a random fish product from the fish list. So let me do that. So I'm going to script back. This is the fish section. So this is the fish product that we select out of the fish. So this is the fish product. So I want to capture all the fish values with the all the fish products with the similar left and right boundary. So let's do correlation for this. So go to code generation log and search for that product and click next. So it is showing me that it has found in appropriate place. So you just copy the line and copy, and after that, as I just stated, use .inf to find where you need to substitute. So it is telling that t14.inf is the place. So this is the t14.inf. So now we come down here and now you form the correlation. So webridge save param function, this value is occurring twice in your line whatever that you want to capture. So here this is occurring after the products and it is also occurring here. So just try take this as a left boundary. So you don't need, whatever you feel which is not having the value, take it as the left boundary, and you can take this small line as a right boundary. Okay, so this is the way that you can find out. So you can name it as of now we don't have any proper parameter for this. So now we can give any name here and you won't. So let's say it's a fish products. Fish products. As we previously discussed, so we want to do correlation, random correlation or randomization. So for that we are making it as word equal to all. So it will go and capture all the values randomly using the fish products correlation. So let me put a breakpoint here. So let me press F9, so it will add a breakpoint. So let me replay once and I will show the values whatever it captures. If you look at here, so this fish product has with a similar left and right boundary, it has got 4 occurrences with the similar left and right boundaries. So now we are going to see how to do randomization with this.